Well, our big story at this hour, the Delhi police really on their toes with two missing vehicles just days ahead of the Republic Day. Now, let's start with the latest development. Now, what you see on your screens are images of suspects. This after an Alto car was hijacked in Pathankot, and what you see on your screens are images of the three suspects. This is something that the Delhi police has just released these pictures. They've tweeted these images of the suspects who have hijacked this car. Remember, all of this and all of these developments coming after an alert after the driver of a taxi that was hired from Pathankot has been found dead, and now that this car is missing. There were three people who had hired this white Alto taxi from Pathankot, and the images of those three suspects on your screens right now. These are images that have been tweeted by the Delhi police just minutes back. Kangra on the phone line with us. Ketki, we're looking at these images of the three suspects. Give us more details.
Well, in fact, the Delhi police is trying to trace these three people who had hired the car from Pathankot. And in fact, who they are is still unknown at this point in time. But what the police do know is that on January 20th, the body of the driver was found in Kangra in Himachal Pradesh. This is a Himachal Pradesh registered vehicle. It's a taxi, an Alto car. And that car is missing, which is why the Delhi police, given the fact that we're just days away from Republic Day, have issued this alert so that even citizens can be enlisted to, report if they find out or know of any whereabouts of the car. In another incident, and this comes just close in the heels of the vehicle of the IG of the ITBP, that's the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, being stolen from his residence in Noida. That is a Chhattisgarh registered vehicle. It is a brand new car, and that was a blue beacon car. And normally blue beacon cars are they don't really have to go through security drills. But this time around, the police have told all the police in the area to even check blue beacon cars for this vehicle. They have also set up 4 teams for it, but at the moment there is no update on that. Bani?
Right, and Ketki, all of these developments coming, the Delhi police now issuing that high alert ahead of Republic Day.
Well, that's right. In fact, the French president is going to be the chief guest for the Republic Day parade in the capital. Now, there's also, this morning, there was a conference addressed by the French envoy in which he said that there was some perception and threat alert related to the French president, given that it comes in the background of the terror attacks in Paris. And because he's the chief guest, there was an alert, although it's unspecific. He said we've seen a lot of security in Delhi. And that's also the background in which the Delhi police is making sure that even citizens can be part of the process now, so that in case they get any idea on the Chhattisgarh registered vehicle of the ITBP officer or the taxi which has a Himachal Pradesh registration, if they get any more idea on that, citizens also can help out with this, given the fact that Delhi is on alert with days to go before Republic Day.
Right, and Ketki, let's talk a little bit more about these images of the suspects that have been released by the Delhi police, making it asking the general public to retweet these pictures, to be alert. What more details can you give us about these images, these three people who hijacked that car? We do know now that that driver is also dead.
Well, that's right. The driver is dead, and that's one of the reasons why the Delhi police has issued the alert. What is the car is missing, the driver is dead. The driver is from Gaggal, but the car was found in Kangra in Himachal Pradesh, and it's still not sure, or it's still not clear where this car could be. But the fact that the police have released the images of these suspects, they're certainly enlisting the support of people to try and help them out, given that there's so much of a security blanket thrown across the capital with the French president coming in, and also high alert ahead of Republic Day.
And all of this really very, very significant given the Pathankot attack. This was that white Alto taxi from Pathankot where terrorists had attacked the Air Force base earlier this month.
Well, that's right. In fact, the concern is also because of the background. Now, right in the beginning of this year, there was that very serious terror attack in Pathankot at the air base, and that has been the background in the wake of which we've seen, and this is how the police and security apparatus is also viewing the situation. There is one car that goes missing of the Inspector General of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. On the other hand, just 2 days after that, there is this alert that has been issued. The Alto car with a Himachal Pradesh registration, that is now missing. Who had hired this car is still not clear. Now the suspect's images have been released, and the only reason for the release of these images is so that people can be enlisted and their support can be taken to find out more about these people and try and nab them as soon as possible. And also, with Pathankot as the background, there have been a lot of attacks, not just in India, but even in Pakistan and Jakarta, in Sri Lanka as well, where terrorist organizations like the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the Lashkar are the main suspects. Given that Delhi is always on alert before Republic Day, this is it's certainly not a surprise that the Delhi police is issuing these alerts. And if you travel anywhere in the capital today, there are a whole lot of security barricades that one has to cross. And now with the IG's vehicle also stolen, the Delhi police has been told to even check blue beacon vehicles so that especially the stolen car, is not misused. Mani?